Dr. Jim Craig with Summerbrook Dental Group.
Lee leaves work. She also said he finds Angela in a terrible state. Lee leaves work. She also said he finds Angela in a terrible state. Jim is seen carefully leading his wife to the car, and even from a silent video, it's clear that Angela is barely well enough to walk. They go to the hospital, but the doctors can't figure out what's wrong. Jim brings her home that afternoon, and he later tells his office manager that Angela suspected something was off.
He said that he initially thought that she had taken something, and that's what was causing all of this. And then he said, and I think she thinks that I drugged her. I was like, oh, that's crazy. And he said, yeah, the hospital ran a drug panel, and on the way home, she had made a comment, like, you know, there's some drugs that wouldn't show up on that drug panel.
The cameras watch as Jim and his wife return home, Angela clearly still feeling the effects of the mysterious ailment. The next morning, she confronts him about what went down at the hospital.
It may not be your fault if they didn't do their due diligence or anything like that, but it's your fault they treated me differently. Like, I did it to myself. And like, nothing I said can be believed.
I didn't say you were, I don't agree she did this to herself. I just said, are you gonna do a drug now?
Okay, that's not enough.
You never said, I think she did this to herself, or I think she took drugs, or I think that. You never said that.
And how do you think it would not have gone if you would actually explained it to me?
Well, I also wanted a drug out because you were accusing me. I wanted that for me too.
It may be the first sign of strain caught by the cameras, but as those who know the couple best will reveal, it's far from the first crack in their marriage. 6 years ago, their relationship nearly collapsed.
He came home and announced that he'd been having an affair and he was leaving her. And she was distraught, of course, because she'd been trying to hold their family together for all these years. And she was trying to figure out whether she should just leave or try to fight for it or see is he serious, you know, but she was pretty solid on the affair.
But Angela didn't want to divorce, and according to her sister, the infidelity was quickly overshadowed by an even more serious incident.
And then she called me one day and she was mad. And I'm like, well, of course, nature of my right? She said that he had sedated her.
According to Tony, Jim drugged Angela without her knowledge so that he would have enough time to carry out his
What up, bro?
Injecting himself with something that would
Too
end
loud.
not only his marriage, but his life.
I told you I got supporters worldwide.
Emotional wounds from that day
You
had not
fuck-
healed by the morning of March 7th, 2023.
So if I was like, yo, hey, you want this? I wouldn't be talking to you.
When texting her husband the day she suddenly fell ill, Angela wrote,
If I go outside like this
"Drug."
with leggings
Jim
and some
replied,
lipstick, would
given
you
our
get mad at
history,
me?
I know that must be true.
Right?
Just for the record.
You're your own person, bro. Why would I get mad at you?
Yeah, but when you're in a relationship, there's a certain way to dress and a certain way not.
I'm not that controlling how you try to make it seem. I don't give a fuck what you wear or who you talk to. Let's put it like that. What we talking about? We talking about stuff that happens in real life.
Angela's suspicions may not only stem from the drugging 6 years ago, but from something that happened much more recently.
So when she texted me, she started it with, I'm not really ready to talk yet,
Oh,
but I'm leaving Jim. He's left, how did she put
I
it?
remember I used to ask my mom, oh, mommy, can I borrow some leggings? Oh, you're too fat to fit in my leggings. Your ass too fat. You're just too big everywhere to fit into my leggings, but they're stretchy. They're stretchy. A large stretches to like an extra large. Medium stretches to like a large.
what you mean, T-Dot? I don't know what you're talking about, T-Dot. If you ain't my son, T-Dot, that I was in the shelter with, I don't know what you're talking about, T-Dot.
We did. That was December. We went up to Bozeman, and then his wife found out, and immediately the next day we came back to Denver.
Okay, so she found out while you guys were in Bozeman.
Correct.
Is what
We didn't spend 24 hours at Bozeman.
Your favorite rapper, Drake?
Managed to smooth
Answer that question for me,
went
my guy.
along with attention and
Your
money,
favorite rapper,
with
Drake?
no intention of actually cheating. But even on March 1st, after Jim returned from a speaking engagement in Las Vegas, texts show that the mistrust remained. Is there anything else you're not telling me? Angela asked. Jim replied, no, there really isn't anything else to disclose. I
Are
really
you
was in Las
confused?
Vegas by myself, and I don't want to sleep with anyone else but you. On
No.
March 8th, 2 days after Angela's trip to the hospital,
Bro, you just said fuck no, then you said yes. Is this restarted? No. I'm watching something. I'm watching something while I'm talking to y'all. Well, I'm supposed to be reacting to what I'm watching? Nah. I don't want to do reactions. Y'all could watch me if y'all want to. And I'll talk to the chat. Bro, it's right there. Alright, well, you didn't. Somebody else did.
takes another sudden turn for the worse.
So, enjoy your night, nigga. Fuck. Y'all not about to get me straight down or banned from fessing y'all up. Toronto, wherever y'all watching from, I'm a New York nigga. And y'all don't want me to start New Yorking on this stream.
Back home so quickly.
Because I self-educate myself about stuff that go on in the world. And I try to self-educate whoever watching me. Like, I don't, and I'm going to say this every time I'm on stream and I'm watching stuff like this. I'm from New York, and they say New York is one of the worstest places in the United States. But nobody talk about Florida, Texas, Ohio is, Cleveland is part of, that's not part of New York. Cleveland, Ohio is not part of New York. Let's make that straight. Like,
It's funny because 90% of the time she seems like she's doing pretty well.
who is that? Who, 6ix9ine?
It's hard to predict.
You like Snitch 9? That's your favorite rapper? Now I'm just about to troll.
90% you get and then she'll crash and die.
I need to go watch my son.
But it's hard to predict when that's going to happen. We don't know. Gosh, isn't this funny?
Do you
This
really?
is like a conundrum, isn't it? Crazy. But look
I
at
don't
this
like-
funny joke.
I like to brush my teeth into my tongue. If it's still white, then I wait.
That means you still have toothpaste on your tongue.
No,
Yeah,
because even if I wash it without the toothpaste,
maybe.
Just checking in. How's everything going?
I don't know, bro.
Last night, and the doctors had a hard time reviving her again, but today is a lot better. I'm hoping
That's not a rapper.
tomorrow. Her brother's driving in town, so he and my sister-in-law can help out with my kids, and I should be able to work.
That's not a rapper.
My wife was going through what she was going through. The last thing on my mind would have been my patience. Would have been, hopefully I'll be at work next week. None of that stuff, right? My full attention would have been with my wife. Right. Did that strike you?
When I blow up, don't say I'm your favorite rapper. Just know that.
One day last week, and I don't remember what day it was, but I was talking to him on the phone, and he had made a comment.
No, I'm not no number gang, so I don't know what you're talking
On
about.
Sunday, March 11th, 2 days into Angela's hospital stay, Jim
Only
calls her
number
sister
I got
Debbie.
is my funds
And I'm telling you right
and
now,
my
Bobby,
bank
she died
account
from this.
on my
I'm not
cards,
doing autopsy for this.
my social. I don't know what you're talking about.
Whoa. She is not dying, number one. And number two, why not? And he's like, well, they don't know what they're doing, and they've already done enough to her, I'm not letting them cut on her.
But despite Jim's pessimism, Angela slowly
Yeah, you
improves.
believe
And
everything
by
you
Tuesday,
see on
March
the
14th,
internet.
the
I
hospital
see
sends
that.
her home once again.
I ain't looking up shit.
Jim
How about
texts her
that?
sister to provide a grim update.
Tony, I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to tell the whole family this, but she doesn't look good. It's not as bad as when I came home on Monday and saw her, but she's in really bad shape.
This time around, Angela's brother Mark and his wife are in town to watch over her while Jim goes to work on Wednesday morning.
I'm not looking that up.
She
How about
wanted to
this?
try to come outside and eat.
Even if you is right, I don't care.
make
I
sure
watch
she
what
thinks
I
you're
want to
right.
watch, not what
And
you
she went back
want
into her
me to
room,
put on and have the
and
stream
30
watching. That's
minutes
not how
later,
this
word
go.
went
This is
in,
my life.
she didn't know this.
I worked
And she
hard to
was
get these
not
views
doing well.
and
The
subscribers,
camera watches as
not
Mark
you.
and his wife lead her to the car to
If
head back to
anything,
the
you could go on
hospital.
your own
It would be
page
the
and go
last
live,
time Angela would
right?
ever appear on her own
But
home
you probably
surveillance
can't.
cameras.
So
They get to the
you
hospital and
here
check
watching
Angela
me.
in. Not long
So
after, Jim is seen
relax
on
and cool
camera
yourself.
arriving at the hospital himself. He stays for about 20 minutes and then leaves again. Right around the time Tony calls him to find out what's happening with her sister.
And so I called it. I'm like, I want to know what's going on right now.
Or
You know, and so he starts talking to me, but he's not at the hospital. And I'm like, you're not there? And he's like, well, I had to go, like, apparently he had gone to the hospital. Mark said he did initially come there, but then he said, he told me, he said, I had to go back to work and get some things kind of squared away, so I can go back up to the hospital, and I'm just going to run through a couple of drive-thrus to get some food.
Started getting some text messages that she wasn't doing well again, and things were not really looking good at all. Like things took a turn for the worse. Jim and my wife had more.
what you expect me to pick the camera up and set it on top of a dresser?
But I started getting more information from my wife today.
Nah, gang, that's
At
not
one
what's
point she says,
that's what's not gonna happen.
she called me and she's like, I don't think she's gonna die. And I was like, you're being serious.
On the surveillance system, Jim is seen going into Angela's room, leaving, and then going back in again, all within the span of a few minutes. Jim stays in her room for only 1 minute this last time, and when he comes out again, it's very obvious that Angela's condition has suddenly, dramatically changed.
There's a whole slew of doctors, there's like 5 of them. I was like, this is not good. I don't know how they're not. Email. I was like, this is not good. They're bringing witnesses, a panel of witnesses. And I looked at my wife and I said, that's not good. And as soon as the door opened, 10 minutes, Jim came out and it was just bawling. And the baby little, she's not going to make it.
The next thing I get, he says, hang on, crash. Who kind of a sick person does that? And I'm panicked. So he said, what crash, Jim? Are they able to bring her back? I don't know what's going on. They think seizure. Intubating her. Why? Now I know it's really bad because they're intubating her. And can't get the tube in. The emergency anesthesia team is paged. What? Why? She's not maintaining her airway, bagging her. Cannot get the breathing tube in. What's the anesthesia team do? Get the tube in. Are they there yet? I mean, I'm just panicking.
The staff at University Hospital does everything they can to bring Angela back following a seizure and a rapid medical decline, but it's no use. Because she's an organ donor, she's put on life support in the ICU. But just as her family and friends begin to face this tragic ending, an unimaginable suspicion arises. It comes via Jim's office manager, Caitlin, who reveals that she's been holding on to a dreadful secret.
So I called Jackie and I said, I'm going to tell you something that's going to sound really insane. She said, I know what you're going to say. I have the same thought. And I said, well, what do you mean? And she goes, well, I have the same thought that maybe Dr. Craig has something to do with this.
As Caitlin continues to share, it becomes clear that this is far more than idle speculation.
Last Monday the 6th, Dr. Craig, his wife, got really sick. That was the first day that he went to the middle of the day to bring to the hospital. Later that night, he had come back to the office. Everybody had left. It was still working. So when I was leaving his office, like his light was off, and so I thought that he had left. And when I got to the very last operatory, he was sitting in there, and he was sitting in the dark. The light was off, and he was on the computer in there, which was really strange because he has a laptop and a desktop in his office.
Caitlin would soon have a very good reason to question what exactly Jim was working on in the dark.
So I left the office about 5:45, and he had texted me at 6:06 saying that he was having a personal package delivered to the office, and when it came in, to please just put it on his desk. This past Monday the 13th, it came in. My receptionist is the one that originally got the box box and opened it. And when I was putting the packing slip back into the box, I saw that it said potassium cyanide. And so I closed the box back up, I gave it to him. I looked up what cyanide poisoning was, and kind of was looking at the side effects from that, and that was everything that his wife was going through.
Caitlin shares this terrible secret with both of the practice's managing partners, including Ryan, who is still in the hospital.
And so potassium cyanide is not something that we use in dentistry. Okay. I don't even know how to acquire potassium cyanide. I've never looked at how to acquire potassium cyanide because it's never something that we would ever use in dentistry.
Disturbed by the potential implications of this package, Ryan decides to tell a member of the hospital staff, just in case there is still a chance to save Angela.
Yeah, I just said, I'm not accusing you of Jim of anything. I'm not insinuating anything. I'm concerned about if this is potentially reversible. I know this has been a mystery of trying to figure out what's going on with Angie, but in lieu of this information,
So you can give her something, right?
there's something. I mean, I've never Googled cyanide poisoning. I don't know anything about. It's outside my scope of practice and my realm of practice. I have no idea. It was pretty brief. It was pretty quick. It was like maybe 3 minutes. Sure. And he was obviously like, what the heck? You know, taken back by what I was saying. I was taken back by what I was saying.
Angela, who no longer shows any signs of brain activity, is beyond saving. But the staff wastes no time in contacting the police.
Hello, non-emergency. This is Paula. How may I help you? Hi, my name is Chelsea. I am one of the forensic specialists here at University Hospital. I am needing to make a mandated FBI report. I'm and obtaining officer response. We have a suspected potassium cyanide poisoning.
It doesn't take long before Jim begins to realize that something is up. One of his first moves is to give Ryan a call.
He says, Ryan, I got some disturbing news. And I said, did you say something to somebody? And I said, yeah, I did. And I told him exactly what I said to the nurse. And I said, Jim, what was in the package? I said, did you order a package? He said, kind of paused. He said, yeah, I did. I said, what was in the package? It was a ring for Angie, so it'd be a surprise. And I said, Jim, that's not what was in the package. He goes, what do you mean? And I was like, the package was open. And he's like, no, it wasn't. I said, yes, it was, Jim. Jim, I know what's in the package. And he wouldn't admit to what was in the package. And I said, Jim, potassium cyanide was in the package. Why do you have potassium cyanide?
The shocking answer to that question is one that Jim will give to many people before this investigation is finished. But when police go out to his house that night, his lips are sealed.
Alright, so you'll have to deal with him then too, so he won't be allowed either.
I don't care, bro.
Nobody can go in, so okay, that's fine. I'm sorry. No, that's alright. Alright. See, Brian, we got the husband right here. Talk to any officers over
Don't
here?
tell me what.
Okay.
I ain't been doing this shit for 10 plus years.
Would that be okay?
I just started doing this shit this year.
No, you're not a suspect or anything, you're not aware of. They just want to, see what's going on.
You ain't seeing the camera guy. Just the angle. I don't care.
See what they want to, if they want you to come in or whatever.
A few minutes later, the officer returns.
And I'm in the crib. Y'all need to see what my background look like.
I think I have the information they're looking for, but I'm scared to death to share it without an attorney, so I'll go down there, but I don't want to talk to them without an attorney.
Okay.
But I have the information they're looking for, and I'm not dangerous, I'm not a flight
It's completely voluntary. You don't have to. I mean, we're not forcing you.
Okay. But I do want to talk to them. Okay. I just
You
want
can
to
tell I got a
Jim is
chandelier.
talking, but the police tell him and his family that they'll have to stay somewhere else for the time being.
Yeah, I mean, you're free to go. You're not under arrest or anything like that. So, they'll be in touch with you.
Okay. I pulled off.
It's been like 5 years to put that shit in.
next day, the cops search Summerbrook Dental, and 2 detectives assigned to the case head out to see Jim.
I'm Detective Olson. This is Detective Girl.
Where's my phone?
I guess
Thank
we're
you. I
coming
know
to,
he loves you
talk to
too.
you or kind of see if you want to talk to us.
Okay.
Is that something you're interested
God bless you
in?
too.
No.
Okay, and that's fine. So we have a search warrant for this house, but basically for your cell phone, Angela's cell phone, your wallet, and/or your laptop.
Okay.
The detectives ask Jim to come out to his truck so they can photograph the contents of his wallet.
So,
I do pray.
am I a suspect in something
Do
right
you
now?
pray?
So here's where we're at. There are questions. Yeah. And I have
Based on what we've heard.
Yeah. I know what they are, and I have the answers.
Okay, well, until they're answered, it's hard to say.
Yeah.
Yes or no to what you just asked me. Am I a suspect or not? Well, I guess it kind of depends. It kind of depends how this shakes out. We're hoping.
Do you, babe, do you brush your fucking teeth?
It's not as big a deal as it sounds, but we're gonna still treat it like it could be criminal.
Yeah.
Until we find out
I
otherwise.
think you
Your
don't.
attorney's gonna tell you.
I know, I just
Not to talk to us.
Because you're on my stream at 12:36
I guess
a.m.
what I mean is, there's gonna be a funeral coming up. I just
Popping it.
don't want to be like handcuffed in front of my kids while I'm making funeral preps and taking off.
Well, and that's why we tried to call Jennifer today, and that's why I know we actually like leaving. We didn't come like we're just in our jackets for the decency of your family.
Later that day, Tony, who has arrived in town with several of Angela's other
Krusty
siblings,
cried.
has 2 interactions with Jim that strike her as off-key.
And he comes over and he goes, I have a funny story I think you guys will appreciate it. He's like,
That
yeah,
nigga's
we're in
just
the car.
buffing.
And
I get it.
yeah,
Y'all the
so
things
we
that
watched
people be
video.
talking about that just come on the.
God, are you kidding me? But I thought, what is that? So now the
See,
boys are
just for
really
that advice right there, I'm making you a moderator.
did all of her laundry and we're very picky laundry people.
Yeah, I'm making you a moderator.
Let's do not go with any other color, everything's separated, half of it's dried out, and he's like, yeah, I did all her laundry and I stuck everything in the same load just to stick it to her. Out loud, no.
2 days later, on March 18th, Angela is taken off life support and passes away. That night, Detective Olson asks Jim to meet them so they can give him his phone back. But as Jim soon finds out, that's only a pretense. Oh, how are you?
Okay, how are you doing? Yeah. Hi.
Hi, Bob. You are under arrest.
Okay.
Okay, first degree murder.
Never said I was my own. That's how. I'm not even talking. Y'all niggas clowns. Goofy.
As Jim is taken into custody, a detective lays it out for his brother.
Just for you and the family, I mean, obviously this is shocking. From our standpoint, he's responsible for Angela's death. Okay, no doubt in our mind.
Now I'm about to start getting disrespectful.
Yes, he's not going to be able to get out of jail.
Because I want to.
No.
Is that a problem?
No. He won't have a bond, so
Clown? Because I want
and
to.
I think if you really sit
Have
back
you,
and wrap your mind
since I've been recording my do you understand that you gotta get 50 subscribers to go on live stream on YouTube? Do you understand that? Or no? Alright, so go look at my subscribers and you tell me why I go on live, you clown. The fuck? I don't gotta explain shit to you, dummy. What you doing?
So I know that
Bye.
you've expressed times you have the answers and want to tell us. I just want to give you an opportunity to tell us what you know. And if you have
Yeah, that dude gonna try to talk to you again, I know.
I'm
not gonna be on that side, so I don't have to worry about that.
Services,
Right.
and you've kind of alluded
No,
when I've
what that
talked
man
to
is,
you.
he said it was like 40 something.
I just
Bro, why you trying
wanted
to
to
kick it to
give
me?
you the opportunity. I really want that. I haven't
You don't have to tell me nothing about spiritual awareness, none of that. Because my spiritual intuition is different from everybody else's. I don't care.
There are answers.
So get off my stream with everybody else.
I'm scared to death.
The fuck?
Although Jim is still reluctant to tell his side of the story, he does have one thing he wants to make perfectly clear.
I can tell you I did not kill my wife.
If that's so lame, if I shut up, if I stop responding to you, you gonna be talking to yourself, right? And that's what's lame.
What happens if I talk to you and tell you
Goofy. Remember, I could edit this video.
So we can't really, I guess, give you direction if that makes sense, because we don't know what information you have. So we
Hey,
only
you're
know what we have
clown.
currently.
what you have.
Well, that's
Hey,
typically
thank you.
how we do this, is if we're gonna have a conversation, we would advise you, and then you would talk to us, and we would talk to you, type of thing. We don't go into all the details of what we have, because this is your opportunity to talk, really, if you want to.
Oh my gosh. I have all of the answers that you need, but I can't talk. I can't. The one attorney that I've talked to has said, don't say anything because you could just incriminate yourself, and I'm totally naive at this. I don't know what I'm doing. And you both seem very nice, but I know that your job is to help me away.
Well, that's
It's not even my floor.
Our point is not to
That's
put
the
you
funny
away, it's to
part.
put the person
That's how
away
much
that caused
dick you
this to your
sucking.
life. And that's
The
where
person is my wife.
Get up off your knees, honestly.
Falls into silence. But this isn't the first investigators have heard of this explanation. Jim floated it for the first time in that
Clown.
with his business partner.
I said, why do you need the desk assignment?
A shot of my floor. That's the top. The floor is down there, clown.
Pauses with deep breaths.
Nah.
He goes,
My shorty just went to the store. How am I lonely?
he basically said that he ordered the test.
You're a clown. My best friend just was on the stream. She probably started doing something.
It was a game of chicken. He said, I bought it.
No, you're dumb.
I actually didn't think she would use it.
Your mother dumb for not aborting you. What the fuck you talking about, clown?
This looks bad. I said, Jim.
If I'm so dumb,
I said, I think you should stop calling her. I said, I think you
you said my floor.
Detectives ask
That is my ceiling, dickhead.
Jim's explanation. They're more
Like,
than a little
the
skeptical that
fuck?
Angela would do such a thing. No matter
People
how
like you
bad
don't
her
need to be
marriage was.
even watching me. The fuck you even watching me for?
yourself in absolute pain and fear for 10 days.
I'd be surprised. That would shock me if she was. That's not her
Right.
personal.
I will say this, Angie, never.
Nah, you're a
Jim, the
dickhead.
detectives aren't sharing their evidence, but they let him
I
know
don't
that
I don't
things are
have
looking
friends.
good.
I don't need friends.
information at this time leads to
The
you.
fuck?
So that's why we're where we're at right now.
You retarded or something? I don't trust people.
I knew exactly how
Why would I want you as a friend?
And so I don't know.
So you could pocket watch me? Try to see what type of motion I got so you could try to see how you gonna get
We're
on?
not here to pretend that it is.
Yeah, it's really scary.
Right, Ash? The fuck he talking about? He's a goofy. Stupid dumb dickhead. Niggas be... And you know when I call you when I'm on my way to therapy, I'm gonna troll about... Because if I start trolling...
Sorry that I didn't just let her go through this years ago.
Jim never goes into further detail with the detectives.
I don't care what you trust, nigga. I trust your mother suck mad dick, though. I believe your mother should have swallowed you.
But the videos seem to show all the hallmarks of a loving,
I don't
happy
trust
couple in the days leading
your
up to Angela's
integrity.
illness.
Like, I don't trust your... Bro, you're not even... Like, you're probably not even from New York. In a whole different state popping it. You won't come to New York and pop it in my face, I guarantee that. Yeah, okay. I pay bread. I pay straight cash for every
Perhaps
dollar.
there are
You're
signs
goofy.
of
I don't
something
gotta
darker
explain nothing to
underneath
none
the
of y'all that
surface,
be watching
even if
me.
only in retrospect.
Who like little bitches? You're goofy. Nah, not me. I don't know what you're talking about. Me and the people I be around, we don't even like. Niggas got kids, nieces, little sisters. Why would we like people that's their age? Are you retarded or you're the slow one? You're just eating mad dick up right now. I get it. I get it. You're trying to get me out of character. It's not gonna work.
Unfortunately for them, she happens to be in town.
Like, you're not gonna get me out of character.
Karen?
How would you know that if you never was here?
Homicide unit. We've taken Jim into custody for homicide. And I was wondering if you have a minute to speak with me. Yeah, what can dress you up. So I don't know. Basically, obviously, I didn't find you by a miracle. We are aware of yours and Jim's relationship.
I don't even have cable, clown.
Basically, your emails and stuff.
Every device I have their own bill. That's how much you know.
Killing his wife.
I be around people all the time. That's how real it is.
Obviously, we can.
So when I'm live outside, I be in the room?
I don't know.
Are you retarded or something? I think you're retarded. Nobody could figure me out.
We have noticed that you
Good for you.
come to Denver when his wife was in the hospital, and I don't know if that's just what kind of timing is, that is, or what he's telling you, or how you guys are setting up when you're going to come out here. So I don't know if you can shed any light on any of that.
A search of Jim's email account shows messages
Yo,
between the
people
two of
is
them.
funny,
Some
I
of
swear.
which show Karen's travel itinerary. One trip overlapping with Angela's first extended hospital stay, and a second trip overlapping with Angela's final crash.
It's obvious you don't enjoy your own company. I enjoy my own company. I don't need nobody around. Nobody.
You didn't come out here then?
No, you're not. Are you retarded? My best friend just was commenting.
So this is the first.
Obviously, you're nothing. And I don't need you. You want me to show you?
Though Karen acknowledges that she's out here to see Jim, she says that their relationship is not as far along as their messages might suggest.
I mean, we shared a lot of, personal information.
Don't need you.
Just like history and, but we haven't been physically intimate.
So you've not been sexually intimate with him? What was the purpose of some of those text exchange or email exchanges then? Because they're very sexually
Yeah, you
explicit.
be goofy.
I mean, I guess I find it hard.
That's how that go. I don't need
Something
him.
like that to you without having some kind of sexual relationship with
I mean,
you.
there's been physical intimacy to some degree, but
Yo, chat, you see how that clown ass nigga tried to leave the rest of y'all out? I need y'all more. I need everybody to not more than I need just that one person. He's a goofy. Trying to get me out of character. That's why I just, you feel me? Delete all his messages.
she had said that she
Hide him on my channel.
back to where her family is,
And he's never coming back.
that they had been just kind of talking about what things were going to look like. He said, he did tell me when they talked that
I
night.
don't got time for games for people like that.
So we've had a history of that.
Has he talked to you at all about buying
Yeah,
cyanide?
it shows what type of person you is.
Any other poisons? Anything like that?
The detective decides to set Karen straight on what Jim has been up to.
He's never told her he wants a divorce. He's never told her. There's no talk of him moving out with the kids. She has no idea anything about a divorce. He's purchased poisons, and she's now dead because of poisons. So, a lot of the things he's told you, assuming you've told me the truth, are all nonsense. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. But, I mean, the real victim here is his wife. Big time.
The next morning, Karen talks to Detective Olson. She shares the conversation she had with Jim after Angela passed, when she talked about all the things he would need to do to get his affairs in order.
Life insurance was in that string of thought, and I was like, who is life insurance going to change if this is, self-inflicted? And he said, no, life's got a policy that doesn't have that has an exclusion for that due to our history.
While Jim's explanation about the life insurance lines up with his story that Angela did this to herself, it also opens the door to another possible motive. And according to Ryan, Jim could use the money.
It was January where we decided as a company that we could not continue to pay his creditors for his first bankruptcy at the level that we were paying it. He was going to have to take some more involvement in it. And he was going to take a pay cut a little bit.
Let me see something. Once I get this shit, you're out of here. No putting you in timeout, no nothing. I'm blocking you off my channel.
The woman Jim met on Seeking.com and took to Bozeman, Montana. This financial
Literally.
didn't stop Jim from spending his money.
Did he give you, I'm guessing he paid for that trip, correct?
Yeah, I'm getting off this shit.
And then did he give you any more funds other than just the trip?
Cause nigga, what? Yo, why you sucking dick like that?